Raymond, and welcome to my beautiful country, Malaysia, colorful country. Alright, so of course to my Singaporean brothers and sisters, alright, raise up your hand. Alright, fantastic, good day to have you here. Alright, lovely. So guys, can't make fun of the Singaporeans, yeah? Alright, Singaporeans and Mawat, we are brothers and sisters. We like to make fun of each other. Alright, okay, of course, for my motherland, India is definitely, yes, I've seen. Alright, Philippines, Hong Kong, Taiwan, survey, Americans, Australians, Aussie, no, okay, but, okay, alright, England, Finland, okay, first for this year, alright, from Romania, lovely, yes, I can hear your accent, alright, so very sorry if I not got any other countries, alright, very sorry, alright, I hope India, yeah, India is already told, alright, definitely. Alright, so Penang, Malaysia, we are still considered to be a very young nation. Alright, of course we want to compare to China. China, yes, forgot about China, okay. For China as well as in India, we are considered to be a very young nation. However, we are multicultural. Alright, for a span of just only about, how do I say? Only 150 or what you're talking about 100 of India, we are a country of 52 races. We speak about 120 languages here, and we celebrate a total of 387 festivals a year. Alright, unofficially of course. If you want to make it official, definitely Malaysians, we do not work here. Okay, just last 2 weeks we enjoyed a 4 days public holiday. Alright, considered to be a public holiday, and just yesterday we just finished a 3 days holiday. Especially for the first quarter of the year. Okay, the first 3 months of the year is definitely very busy on a holiday. Alright, we have 5 New Years here. Alright, so we celebrate of course with the Christian New Year, then we have the Chinese New Year, the Hindu, the Muslim, as well as the Buddhist New Year. Alright, so it's a very good place, a good country to have a New Year resolution. 5 shots you have for the year. Okay, as well as of course we Penang, generally we have a very healthy number of German expatriates here. Okay, because in fact they were the second European settlers after the British, and because of the historical significance that the Germans have here, we also celebrate Oktoberfest here. Alright, which is a very big event for in German. Alright, and here as well we also celebrate a lot of other events. Of course, one of it with the Japanese event, the Bon Odori. Alright, all these are basically will be all the whole span of the year. Alright, and of course Malaysian, because of the number of languages that we have, we actually speak generally about 3 languages. We speak our mother tongue, alright, which of course for the Indians here, 90% of course, Malaysia, the Indian community, biggest Indian community outside of India would be the Southern Indians. Alright, Malaysia is in fact the first biggest outside of India. Alright, so that's why 99% of the Indians here, we speak Tamil. Alright, unfortunately not Hindi. Alright, but we have a lot of different sectors of Indians, the same as the Chinese. Alright, and we speak our national tongue, which is Malay, and last and not least we speak English. Alright, of course for those who are born in the 90s, alright, 1970s, 1960s, alright, we speak the King's language, which is British. Alright, but of course the millennials, they speak the American English. Alright, so there's quite a few contrasts in terms of the young generation, old school and new school. Alright, and because of our multicultural society, goodness gracious, we have one of the highest number of public holidays in the world. Alright, so you basically will, well, generally, yeah, few weeks of holiday, a few weeks of working, and then sudden halt, holiday, and then few weeks, holiday. Okay, so because of that, we are considered to be one of the highest. So if you have a chance to work in Malaysia, by all means do so. Alright, because don't worry, you enjoy yourself. Yeah. Okay, however, we also practice the same culture as in Japan. That means we clock in long hours. That means don't be surprised, sometimes an average of Malaysian, we work at least a span of between 14 to 16 hours a day. Alright, longer hours, but of course more holidays. So counter. Alright, so now you guys are heading out of Georgetown. Please be remembered that in the UNESCO heritage site is a smoke-free zone. Alright, so having said that, please do not smoke. Yeah, because the enforcement will be there depending on how much they like you. If they like you a lot, that means you can enjoy 2 years of our Malaysian prison hospitality. Alright, so today we are actually going to the second oldest British settlement after Georgetown. Alright, the hill where we are going is called Penang Hill. However, officially in our record, there is no such thing called Penang Hill. Alright, it was lost in translation along the whole years of British colony, as well as the new government administration after our independence. Lost in translation, it's Penang Hill. Alright, but the real name for up there is called the Flagstaff Hill. Alright, initially the British went up there to plant strawberries. Alright, and then it became a place for them to run away from mosquitoes. Reason so is because Malaysia, Penang, we also had it was a center stage of what they call the white man's grave, which is that the early days of the settlement, about 80% chances that a European settler will die in the first 2 years. Alright, so just imagine you yourself and you're taking 9 of your countrymen come to Penang. In 2 years time, chances is only 2 of you will be left. Alright, including our founder of modern Penang, Captain Francis Light. He too died because of malaria. Alright, so when we are heading up to Penang Hill, it's a very interesting story. A lot of what they call that history behind it. Unfortunately, of course, for many of those visiting up there, you do not know much about our hills. Okay, so has everyone at the back written your names? Not yet? Oh, it's still stuck here. Okay, alright, don't worry. Okay, so anyway, so Penang Hill is the center stage of our UNESCO heritage site, because it is the second UNESCO heritage site in Penang. Alright, it is the Biosphere Reservation heritage site. Alright, and we are very, very lucky because in fact Malaysia, we are home to the oldest rainforest in the world. We share together with Indonesia, we share together with Borneo, as well as southern part of Thailand. Alright, in terms of comparison, Amazon is only 60 million years old. Ours is 130 million years. Alright, so when you're up in Penang Hill, you have a chance to see our amazing rainforests, which we need protection. Alright, so what about Penang Hill? Penang Hill, up there, the settlement was established in 1788, 2 years after Georgetown was established. Alright, it only became a military post after the French Revolution. You know the time when the French king got his head chopped? Alright, the British was very concerned about it. So what happens here is they decided to militarize all their colonies. Alright, for your information, after India, Penang was the British colony for this part. Alright, in fact, after a few years later, we actually became the 4th presidency under the Indian colony. But we were considered to be part Indians in a way. In fact, what you see Georgetown today, all the early buildings was built by Indian technology. We use clay bricks. Alright, reason so is because if you were to use hill stones or sea stones, Georgetown will sink. Mainly the reason is because the soil is soft. And because of that, they needed Indian technology, because we actually had the knowledge of using clay bricks. Alright, so today is, in fact, if you go up to Penang Hill, there are about 52 British mansions there. Alright, unfortunately, we do not know the exact number of the mansions up there, is because Penang was part of the Japanese colonization during World War II. And because of that, they have actually destroyed a lot of our records. Alright, and now we are not too sure how many mansions are up there. So at this moment, 52, 42 belongs to privately owned, 10 belongs to the government. Alright, so there is some records that prove how they actually built up there. Alright, and actually this comes again from the Southern Indian technology. Back then when the mansions was being built, you know, talking about the early 17th century. Alright, there was no cement, there was no concrete. So they actually came up with a very creative way to make like a cement, which is today we believe there's one or some 5 of the ingredients that they were using was dark egg white, honey, brown sugar, sand and chalk. Alright, so with that combination till today, the mansions are still standing. Alright, so if you can see a field here, of course this is actually all quintessential British colony. They would like to actually have very big fields. This you can have it in Chennai, you have it in Singapore. This is actually where the British play cricket. But Malaysia, as well as Singapore, we didn't pick up cricket that much. Ours is more to hockey and badminton. Alright, and right next to it you will see an open field here. Well, in our island, if you stay here, alright, well, in the morning when you come out and you see your shoes goes missing, alright, don't worry, okay? Some people get upset, ruin the day. Don't worry, come in the evening here, okay? Your shoes will be on sale here. They call it the robbers market. The robbers play market. Okay, so come in the evening. Today it's closed because it's Chinese New Year. Okay, so today most likely they're closed. But here is where they sell all their goods. Alright, ironically it's next to a police station. Okay, how they come up with the agreement, I'm not too sure. Okay, alright. Once again.